So today I'm showing off a little quick video here. This is with the Sony Action Cam AS200V and a microphone recording through my phone and into my helmet. There's the camera right in front of my face there. So I'm going to let the clip play, and just to see how it sounds, the microphone is attached with Velcro, so it has this weird sound from the Velcro inside my helmet. I'm just going to play it for a bit at a standstill, starting the bike, and then when it gets going, then I'll jump to the next clip.
Camera position. It's a little obnoxious. I can see the camera in my vision, but I think this is the best way, best shot I'm gonna get. So we're gonna see. Also, it's kind of weird recording audio, having headphones in when normally I don't. I usually have music on if I have headphones in. So it's kind of a weird sensation. Either way, we're on the bike. You can see everything here. I don't know how well you can see the dash. I kind of lean forward like that. If I'm looking up at the road, I'm looking down. I think it'll be fine. Alright, let's hit the road. We're going to go for a short ride. I don't know how much wind this mic is just going to collect. This guy is going to go through the stop sign. Totally. So, it's alright. Keep going here.
So as you can probably hear, it's not very great quality. Unfortunately, just the setup that I have right now, I am ordering a new microphone, so that should be fixed. This current clip is with steady shot on, so it looks pretty smooth in my opinion. However, the next clip has steady shot off, and the field of view is therefore wider, and is also recorded with the microphone of the camera, which is outside of the helmet, and it's definitely of worse quality, I would say, but it was still interesting. You could hear my voice even when I was riding at high speed, but not of the quality that I would like. Alright, so this time I am, let's see here, I'm testing out the camera with steady shot off, microphone on, and microphone wind canceling on. And I highly doubt that this would be any better than the previous microphone setup, but the previous microphone setup was super crackly because I had basically a whole bunch of awful settings. Actually, an awful setup I had. Velcro on the microphone, and it was constantly chafing, so I think it should be better now. You guys know it. So as you can tell, the quality of the built-in microphone on the camera being external and on the helmet is not a good idea. Definitely got to use an internal microphone in the helmet, but unfortunately with the camera setup, I have no way to plug a microphone in to the camera and then run it into my helmet, because the camera has a housing. That's the only way to attach it to a tripod mount or any other mount really, aside from just velcroing the outside of the camera, and then it's not waterproof. So in order for it to be waterproof, it's in this housing and it's on the mount and blah blah blah. So I'm gonna record with my phone, maybe even get a secondary recorder if I have to, but that should be fine. But the biggest thing will be a better microphone, one that's not attached with Velcro, because I didn't realize Velcro made so much noise when it was sitting there. I guess because it was shaking around in the helmet and all that. But the field of view on this clip is wider. The next little bit, I'm going to take more clips from the first part, the shorter field of view, or the steady shot, however you will, and post-process it to see how good I can get the footage looking. And then I will then follow up with more clips from this clip with the extra wide field of view, and post-process that and see how well I can get that looking. So that's good. So here we have our original footage here. This is further along in the ride, coming to slow at the stop sign, and as you can see, the colors are fixed, I guess. I'm not. This is kind of. I'm pretty new to post-processing video like this, so this probably isn't the right way to do it. But essentially, I was just manually balancing color levels, and I think the camera sees a lot of the sky, so it's overexposed, and then it sees a lot of green, a lot of trees, so I think it's green kind of brings down the green color overall. So I tried to make the green pop again, because they're, trees and grass and stuff. And the cloudy, overcast, white balance, I'm not too sure about that either. But the last thing that I'm not too sure about is the lens distortion fix. So as you can see, the field of view is even more narrow now, and that's basically because I fixed the edges of the lenses. Now I think the lens distortion is fine, and I'm going to cut to lens distortion now. So as you can see, the lens distortion has been disabled, and you get the wider field of view, and you can actually see my mirrors again, mostly just the right side mirror because that's the side the camera's on. So the footage, even though it has Steadicam on, is still kind of shaky. I didn't do warp stabilization because that would take like an hour to calculate to stabilize the footage, and I didn't want to lose any more FOV. So with Steadicam on, this is pretty much as good as it's going to get, aside from maybe adjusting colors a bit more and getting them, I don't know, more realistic, shall we say. But I think the other problem is that the camera is adjusting the white balance on the fly as well, which is another problem. So I'm going to have to prevent it from doing that. Have to maybe set a white balance in the camera settings so that it will stay at the one white balance, and then I can always adjust it in post. Lastly, I think the camera settings has vivid settings, which are, I guess, their own post-processing of color on the image. And because I'm doing post-processing, I probably don't want that. I probably want a flat color value, so I can do the color fixing myself and not have to play around with basically conflicting color fixing that the camera's doing internally. So I'm going to cut now to the final clip, which has the ultra wide, and I'm going to compare ultra wide with the lens distortion fix and fix colors, and then turn off the lens distortion and see if we can maybe go without the built-in digital stabilization. So I don't know how easy it is to tell, but I have to add even more lens distortion correction because the view is even wider, and because of that I ended up cropping more of the image than with the Steadicam less wide field of view, which makes sense because I have more field of view, therefore I need to correct more of it and crop out more of the image and warp more of the image, which makes sense. But then because of that, if I want a flat looking image, then I get this very almost zoomed in looking image. So I'm going to turn off the lens distortion. You'll see how much wider this view is. And I think it kind of looks cool. It has that GoPro action camera kind of look. And unless I'm shooting something specifically that I want to look cinematic, I think it's fine. So I'm going to switch that now. And as you can see, we have way wider field of view. Both mirrors are in the frame almost the entire time, depending on where I'm looking exactly with my head. And I think that's kind of the best overall. The left side mirror, you do see stuff in it, but it's not like aligned with my eyes, so what's in the mirrors is not what I'm seeing, whereas the right side mirror is almost perfectly aligned, so that's kind of cool. If somebody rear ends me, I'll see it coming, or at least my camera saw it coming. And as you can see, when I'm looking right, looking left, I don't have to worry about, oh, did the camera catch it, because I only need to move my head so much, and then I move my eyes the rest of the way. But in this case, the camera basically catches whatever I look out of the eye port of the helmet and see. So this is fantastic. So I think the last thing I'm going to do is obviously fix my microphone solution. Here I'm in studio, so I sound much clearer, I hope. But yeah, thanks for kind of coming along with me on this journey while I kind of discover what looks best, looks coolest. And even without the sort of Steadicam option, this ultra wide view looks pretty good to me. I'm going to render it all out and see the final product, and maybe I'll make a final assessment after that. But thanks for watching.